I've replayed. I don't know how to start videos. I really don't. I just start talking. It's really hard for me to say like, "Hey, what's up?" Because like nobody's watching. But I replayed the last video. Wow, yawning in the beginning of my video. What a great way to fucking. I shouldn't cuss either. What a great way to start a video. Well, I replayed the first episode of this game because I've messed up for a very dumb reason. I know I shouldn't do that because that's like cheating, but I still feel like it's wrong to choose an option and then it doesn't do what you want it to be exactly how you thought. So I have to tell you what happened in my actual playthrough, my first one. I mean my redo. Okay, so Waller gets mad no matter what you do at the beginning with in the casino. If you do a frontal assault, which looked fine, they had riot shields and everything, she still gets mad that officers are hurt instead of civilians. She gets mad either way, so she's a bitch. And I went to Mori instead of Eli, and I even looked up the interrogation for Eli. Their interrogation for Eli, like when you hit him or when you hurt him, you don't just like punch him. You like the first hit you break his fingers. The second hit you break his arm. The third hit you break his other arm. And then I think the conversation ends there. And when you beat him up over and over again, you just start getting him against the wall and just beating the shit out of him. And I'm like, that's like so shitty to do. Because first of all, I understand Batman's interrogation and his intimidation is what makes criminals talk, but at the same time he's supposed to be a hero for justice, or just a hero, or just to help the innocent, or to help the people who can't defend themselves. And if you go to a guy who's in an interrogation room and he's not even trying to fight back, and he hasn't really, I mean, he did kill, or he was associated with whoever killed Lucius, so I understand if he could be angry. But he looked already so scared, and you just fuck him up. That's like, come on, dude. Like he's already getting what he deserves. He looks young. He's gonna go to jail for like the rest of his life for being associated with a fucking terrorist. And the option with Mori, you go over there and you talk to Mori, and the agents are watching him, but like you get a distraction or whatever with Alfred, and then you talk to him, and he's like, "Ooh, I was friends with Thomas Wayne," and you're like, "I'm more ruthless than Thomas Wayne. I'm more ruthless than my father ever was." And then like you help him get Riddler's information, and you get to help him leave Gotham by giving him money, or you just help him, or you just take the shit that he gave you. And I just took it. I don't care what happened. I'd rather have a rich guy as my enemy than having Jim Gordon not on my side. So that's what I had to explain.
A madman from Gotham's past returned to terrorize my city. He drew me into his twisted game, striking at the things I hold most dear. But I survived his deadly traps. I emerged the victor. But the cost was too great. Lucius Fox is dead. Riddler is dead. And with him, the only lead I had to taking down the greatest danger Gotham has ever faced. And the person best equipped to help me is a threat to my deepest secret.
The Riddler was going to be my way in, once we captured him alive. But now I have you to lean on. A man who lives on both sides of the line, and knows exactly when to cross it. Yes, you and I will be working together very closely. Bruce Wayne. First thing you need to know, I can keep your secret. And despite what you did, going behind my back to Mori, I will continue to keep it. No reports, nothing. No one else needs to know. To deal with the present threat, though, I need both of you. The man inside and outside the mask. You have to understand, I'm not the enemy here.
Still black
It
now.
may seem that way right now, but I'm not. Our problems are far too big for us to be bickering among ourselves. You shouldn't see me as an adversary.
If that's true, then reinstate Gordon as commissioner.
You really are loyal to that stubborn old mule, aren't you? I'll tell you what. Play nice with me now, and when this is all over, I'll make things right with Gordon. When Riddler's friends hear he's dead, they ain't gonna just carry on carrying on. They might get sloppy. They might want revenge. Or they might simply accelerate their plans. I'm gonna need eyes everywhere in Gotham. A man like Bruce Wayne, with all his influence and resources, can go places Batman can't. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? Your public persona could be a great help to us here. Maybe even as much as Batman in certain situations.
Bruce Wayne is my cover. There's a reason I keep my identity a secret. The wrong person finds out, it's all over.
I hear you loud and clear. But it didn't stop Bruce Wayne from dealing with a thug like Mori. In public.
What the hell?
Looks like the whole city's under attack.
We've got a report of a raid on the Gotham PD arsenal. If those bastards get their hands on our weapons...
This is coordinated. It's Riddler's gang. It has to be. We're gonna need Batman for this one.
Agreed.
Emergency services is already pushed to the limit.
Then we'll have to redeploy patrol officers to defend the arsenal.
Don't divert any men, Gordon. I can handle the arsenal call.
Thank you. Let's move, people. This is what we trained for.
There's been an attack in the financial district.
Biotech company on the west side is under siege.
The music in this episode is so good. I mean, this whole series. Good lord.
What more do you want?
Hey, shut it.
You got what you came for. You don't need me.
Well, you better hope that's not true. Outlive your usefulness, and the boss will make a
Sleeper
pretzel
hold.
out of your neck. Or keep running your mouth. Maybe
Sleeper
he'll
hold
splatter
seems
you
more
all over the
quieter.
wall.
I want every again. Ooh. Why is weird naked? Naked. Weird naked.
How many are there?
I don't know. 10 or 12, maybe? A really big one. He made me give him the keys to the armored transport vehicles. I didn't want to. I swear.
It's okay. Get out of here. Now.
Thank you, Batman.
Hey, you about done?
Yeah, just about.
All right.
Son of
Catch it. Catch the body.
Who are you?
A nightmare, much like
back.
yourself. But you can call me Bane.
Don't block. He's huge.
A man cannot win a war alone. You fight well, but you fight alone. You will die alone. I can see why Riddler wanted to be the one to kill you.
Riddler is dead.
He's dead.
Riddler?
You should be worrying about yourself.
I promised my men a hell of a battle if ever I faced you. And I'd hate to disappoint them. Oh, I haven't faced a true warrior since I left Peña Duro prison. And there, even the fiercest of men were
He has
often
bravado.
subdued.
I could use that against him. Why does he have all his fucking goons if he wants a fair fight?
Save your strength, man. This one is mine.
There we go. Holy shit.
I will give you a peaceful death. If you take it.
Oh no, he's gonna die. Surprised he wasn't shot. I can't react properly to this, but this is fucking crazy. To pull a car like that without it being like
This pain you're feeling, Batman. nothing to fear, my friend. Keep your eyes open. Don't let anyone follow you to the warehouse.
Don't worry, we'll take the back way by the docks.
Safe travels, my friends.
Am I bleeding from my lip?
Batman? Batman, what's wrong?
Jim. Help. Hang in there. Help is on the way.
Good lord. I never seen the bat suit break. He broke the bat suit's back.
Batman!
Batman! Say something if you can hear me.
Gordon.
Christ. Batman.
Come on, help me.
It won't move!
Batman, we're gonna need you to help us push this thing off you. Come on! You can do it!
It's moving! Jesus Christ.
Is that pure metal?
Come on.
The mechanic. Where is he? He didn't make it. Damn it. He saved my life.
Batman?
It's okay, Jim. I just need a minute.
I didn't want Waller to see me this week. She wouldn't
When you're
understand.
feeling up to it, I'd love to hear what the hell happened here. Who did this to you?
He called himself Bane. His men loaded the weapons onto the APCs. Said they were taking them to a warehouse near the docks. You need to find them.
Don't worry. We'll catch the bastards. You better believe the entire force is motivated after what happened tonight. These bastards declared war on our city.
Tell them to be careful, Jim. Don't let them take any unnecessary risks. These men are dangerous.
Montoya, update the APB information. And remind all units to proceed with extreme caution. Don't need anyone else playing hero tonight.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for sticking your neck out and calling me with this. I need all the juice I can get now that we live in Waller's Gotham. We're going to have to stick together if we're going to weather her storm. You and me, we're nothing like her. We're men of principle, who still believe in the letter of the law.
That's
I will always have your back, Jim.
exactly what he is.
Thanks, Batman. You don't know how good it is to hear that. Thanks again for keeping me in the loop. It means a lot.
Right on time. I'll get to the Batcave. See if I can make some sense of what happened tonight.
So, what did I miss?
I was at the scene of a heist at the Gotham brokerage house when Batman called me here.
What were they after?
We're still getting a full account. Once the dust settles, I'll send you everything we've got. Detective Bullock's writing up a full report. I'll have him send you a copy.
Officers are ready for your deployment orders.
I've got to get going.
Your partner, Avesta. How is she?
Still in the hospital. And doctors say the hearing damage could be permanent. Damn it, it should have been me. I failed her.
Should have been you dead, or should have been you with your hearing loss?
I put her in danger. It's my fault.
The blame for what happened to Avesta rests with Riddler, not you.
That's nice of you to say. Look, I owe you one for saving my life back there. So I gotta warn you. Waller flipped when she heard you called Gordon instead of her. You really should stay on Waller's good side for as long as you can. For everyone's sake.
Officer Dick got promoted to Officer...
I'll tell Avesta you asked
not
about
Officer
her.
Dick. Agent Dick. In my books, you're no longer Agent Dick.
Alfred, prep the med bay. We're going to need it.
You're Agent Pex. I feel like they want to make the decision between Waller and Gordon harder by her finding out Bruce Wayne, or that, you know, Batman's identity is Bruce Wayne. Because if it wasn't, then obviously the choice would be Gordon all the time.
Bruce!
I'm fine. Really.
Sometimes I wish
You are
Alfred
not fine, Bruce.
wouldn't have to take care of me so much.
None of this is fine. You were nearly killed tonight. Those minutes of silence, waiting for you to respond, they were the worst of my life. I didn't know if you were alive or dead, or if I would ever see you again.
I'm so sorry to put you through that, Al.
You'll just do it again tomorrow? We already lost Lucius. I couldn't bear losing you, too. We can talk about all this later.
It's really getting to me.
Come on now. Let's get you patched up. As if he wasn't bad enough, now Director Waller knows your identity. That information in her hands?
Waller isn't the one we need to worry about. Bane is still on the loose, with enough guns to arm a small militia.
I understand. The man died for you tonight, Bruce. Trying to save you from that monstrosity. Too many have died. In too short a time. The cost of this war, it just continues to rise.
I need your strength right now.
Of course. Sorry for not being my resolute self. We've never gone up against anyone able to cause you so much harm.
Waller was right about one thing. Riddler was just a small part of a larger threat. Let's begin with the dart I pulled from his neck.
Got it?
It looks
I'm good.
like my
Thanks.
muscle is torn. Look how deep these scars are.
There's still some toxin left in here.
What kind of toxin?
Something new. There's a whole series of powerful psychoactive meds in this cocktail. Drugs that are lethal when combined.
Who could have come up with such a concoction?
And did the same person pull the trigger?
I thought
Bane's attack was one of 3 tonight, all at the same time.
Let's bring him
Deadshot-
up. Get an assessment of the damage.
I thought Deadshot was the person who shot it, and then maybe Mr. Freeze was the one who made it. Of all the people I think would be there in like the Pact, whatever the fuck they are, I feel like those are the only 2 people who could have pulled this off. Or Poison Ivy? I don't know. Is she here? Deadshot had to be the one to shoot. There's no way you hit somebody in the neck from that far away if you're not Deadshot.
Gothcorp Labs, genetic research facility. Where do we even start with this?
Yes, I have no idea.
Authorities can't determine what was even stolen until all of that melts.
At least 20 dead, some completely encased in ice.
20.
Others were frozen solid. Some of their limbs shattered as they fled.
Mr. Freeze, he's the most sympathetic villain, but he's such a monster.
Waller's intel shows that the thieves made off with numerous pieces of equipment used in the storage and transportation of biological material.
I don't even want to think what they'd want that for.
No IDs on any suspects, though. Security cameras frozen. All witnesses dead. Gotham brokerage. 10 million in diamonds stolen. Some safety deposit boxes emptied. Contents unknown. Over a dozen dead, and even more wounded. Mostly by gunshot, though some victims had their heads smashed in.
That's barbaric. Witnesses place Harleen Quinzel at the scene, dressed up as a clown and wielding a mallet.
Don't ask me.
Riddler's friends are as insane and gruesome as he was. Perhaps even more.
Those same witnesses say that she acted alone. All that carnage.
Alone.
All by herself.
What the fuck? She robbed a bank with a hammer? If I had to choose between who to go for, I feel like it has to be Harley. I'm not gonna do this to you guys. I mean, if you guys want to read it, I'll just like zip through. If you want to pause it, I don't think you guys would. Oh, how sad. Oh, and I didn't put the tracker on him. I chose not to. I hate her so much. She knows my identity though. That's the only reason why I should ever care about her. Agent Blake. Agent Pex. Whatever. I don't even care about all of these anymore. Before the video ends, I want to finish with this little scene right now.
Guns? Money? Biotech? What are they planning?
We won't know until we get to Bane.
I don't mean to cause offense, but you're in no shape to beat the information out of that monster, or take on his friends if it comes to it. We've already seen how formidable Bane is on his own. Taking on all of them, that would be suicide in your current condition.
Of course I could use help. But both the GCPD and the agency are stretched thin. One thing's for sure. We can't just wait around for Bane to strike again. The death toll is already too high.
I know you told Waller you were reluctant to risk Bruce Wayne's cover, but I'm more worried about the risk to Batman, given your current condition. Riddler said his friends abandoned him at the Lady of Dublin.
He alluded to the fact that John Doe was one of them.
If that's the case, then John can get you close to the others. He already wants you to meet them. John Doe might be your best chance of getting inside, finding out what they're up to.
I could save him from them.
John's my
like
ticket
John.
in. If I play my cards right, John might tell me most of what I want to know.
Well, the less you have to mingle with his friends, the better I'll feel about all this.
It'll be dangerous approaching Bane and his people this way. They'll be suspicious of anyone who isn't a proven criminal. You'll have to give the performance of a lifetime to pull the wool over their eyes.
My father was one of the best-known criminals in Gotham. It should be easy enough to pretend I'm following in his footsteps.
I suppose it could work.
So that's it then. I find John Doe and accept his offer.
How do you get a phone? Did you just take it from somebody? What's your job, John Doe?
The stacked deck. That's where he is.
I suppose you couldn't wait an hour or two while you rest.
Not a chance.
I shouldn't be getting any fights. I mean, but... Okay, so I'm gonna end the video here, but I want to say something. Seeing how much it takes for Batman to be, like, defeated, I always thought, like, you know, Batman, if he's defeated, he's like... whoop. If he's defeated, he's, like, done. Like, he can't do anything. But I knew Batman was tough, I just didn't think he'd be, like, still going with broken bones. Like, I thought if anything bad happened to him, he'd just be down. Something about seeing him hurt, it shows how tough he is, but like, I feel like the tougher you are, the more injuries you could go through till the point you're defeated. Like, obviously he's been hurt before, but when he's so badly hurt that he can't do anything anymore, I feel like he, like, really can't. Like, I never really seen Batman broken like that. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video here. I'll start it right up next now.